Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin Breaker Navani, and welcome to Ninjas in Pajamas versus Fnatic. Thank you all for your patience as we are now about to dive into the knife round, and this is going to be, I think, one of the closer matches of the evening. I did not actually tune into the full-blown program for, what's the word I'm looking for Fnatic versus LG, but of course, Fnatic is going to come off with the advantage of having warmed up a little bit and getting prepared to play against Ninjas in Pajamas. Ninjas in Pajamas, they actually themselves had a little bit of a gap, about a 30-minute gap between this match and the last one they played against, which was against Mongols, and they did come out on top in a very convincing one-sided manner. It was, I think, the end score of 4-16. But right now we're just waiting for everyone to ready up on both Swedish teams, and then we'll be good to go. The Swedes at the top of their game, obviously, for Counter-Strike. And now we're diving into the match. As fate would have it, it's going to be very exciting, I think, in some ways. Solid executes all the way across the board, coming from Fnatic, for starters. Really, I mean, they took, this was the map that they took the championship for, ESL Barcelona Invitational, and I think they're slated to do the same thing on at least this particular match versus NIP. But here we are. That's a anti-entry flash coming in to mid, and that's second mid rather, and now that's going to be NIP just intercepting everything. Already now 3 versus 4. Gonna be having, it looks like Pyjamas waiting for the hop across archway, and he's now going to be venturing his way into library. It should be basically known at this point. 2 versus 4, now 1 versus 4 with JW, last man standing. He's gonna try and Superman his way through this, but it's gonna be extremely difficult. And it's only 12 HP. I think it'll be a little bit too much for him to handle. So Ninjas in Pajamas take the pistol round on CT side. Fnatic is looking at a threshold, a respectable threshold of about 6 rounds to win. I personally think that, at least during the first half, I personally think that the end score will be 16-13, 16-12 in favor of Fnatic. Somewhere around that range. It's going to be one of those closer matches, if you will. And now that they're on the T side, this is honestly going to have to be, I didn't see NIP at ESL Barcelona Invitational, but of course, this is going to have to be, they're going to need as many rounds as they can going into the second half while playing on T-side. And this is basically, T-side, it's just rough. There's no getting around it. It's like, it's harder than being on offense in football. Here we are. That's going to be JW getting a refrag onto Exist. Not really able to salvage any weapons in the present position. 3 versus 4, but that's Get Right, who is very, very low HP at the moment. And I'm wondering right now if they're going to reconsider the A push and perhaps, rotate back towards B. But at this particular moment in time, it is 2 versus 4. And in this particular exchange with the 2-for-1 there, that's definitely a ballsy show of face coming from Ninjas in Pajamas. Really, I don't think they had anyone rotating in from bomb site B just yet. And I don't think they will just now either. But this is kind of Chaos Theory, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be Crims and Fnatic's Flusha just combining their firepower together to make that happen. There's only one left in bomb site A, and he's in pit. That's gonna be Get Right. He's very low HP, and if he even gets nicked anywhere, toes, hand, anything else in between, he's going to be taken down. And he's just out of the game. But unfortunately, Flusha just didn't make a bullet connect. Now he's switched back to that P2K. He's now gonna be, looks like. That's 2 versus 2 right now. I mean, this is very edgy for the T's, but Crucial does, Freiberg does manage to take down JW, and nonetheless, Get Right holds his ground. He's like, I mean, really, his thought process at this moment must be, thank God I'm alive. And I think, I can't really nail what exactly is happening here. I think what we have coming from Freiberg is he's trying to find anything that he might be able to salvage, and he gave the defuse to Get Right, who already has a superior pistol. I imagine at this point, Get Right will be, yes, purchasing an M4 after dropping one for a teammate. Nothing wrong with that. And the score is 2-0. The beat goes on. Fnatic, although they did manage to get the bomb plant, will not be going for will not be going for rifles this round. Because the last round was kind of an expensive win. They are going with 5 deagles, however, and that's a respectable choice for them, really. It's really gonna depend on where those shots land. I mean, the deagle is such a, you know, it's a very damaging weapon. It very much so is. But at the same time, we're talking about a weapon that depends so much on impacting the head of its target. Looks like we're going to be having Fnatic just backing off of their push mid towards bomb site A, and now they're going to be playing for bomb site B. Trying to peek into what was, I guess you could say, a crack window there. It's a little bit difficult to actually make it a, it's a little bit difficult to name that location, really, if you don't actually already know it. But the reason why you call it crack is because you can peer through that little crack right next to the barrels. That's going to be Get Right, finishing off Olafmeister, and now it's 3 versus 5. Flusha and company gonna just, you know, try and push back towards bomb site A. I mean, like, if nothing else, they're gonna try and kamikaze their way through. They get no money for living through the end of it. It's gonna be Dennis Monster getting 1 first time, but of course the reinforcement comes in the form of Get Right, and overall profit was made this round by Ninjas in Pyjamas. Forrest will be needing a drop there. Indeed, it'll be Get Right doing that once again. I mean, like, it's kind of like, you don't want to blame him for his decision making, really, but he has to make that drop because he's the guy with the money. He's the man with the plan, and it feels like he's the guy who's got to get down and dirty sometimes. So it's gonna be the 4th round now, and that's gonna be the first rifle round coming out from Team Fnatic. So I think they'll be able to make some magic happen with this, but altogether, on the whole, Ninjas in Pyjamas definitely been making solid play thus far. I'd say maybe each and every round except for that most previous round, that is to say round 3, I wouldn't say wipe the economy, but definitely required a lot of resources to be expended just to keep weapons in the hands of CT. Not calling budget cuts on counterterrorism, but most certainly not easy to fulfill that budget, if you will. Freiburg just gonna toss in an anti-entry smoke, and who knows, maybe we'll be seeing Pyth just pushing up that banana way just a little bit. He will. And what was originally 3 people at bomb site B is now going to be potentially 2-1-2 setup. But as I say that, here we are. Fnatic already beat them to the rotate, and this is looking very difficult for Ninjas in Pyjamas at the moment. As the push comes down, it's going to be, who's that? It's going to exist in library. He's going to get 2. He's looking for the circle, unfortunately caught on the reload, and that's going to be Fnatic's Olafmeister getting the re-kill. That's going to be Get Right now at in bomb site. Can he get the refrag? It's going to be Forrest versus Grims, and he will come out on top in that duel. But bomb's been planted. Flusha says, alright, well, we're dead anyway this round. May as well get some money for it. But he's still alive, and he still has that chance. He's getting a headshot, carries the spray over, gets the double, but unfortunately we have Forrest sealing things out, and this turns into an expensive win for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They will be in worse condition going into the next round than they were this round, if even just slightly. Yes, you can see only 3 of those players actually meet the meta threshold for a full buy. So an edge is going to be cut somewhere, but it looks like there was a weapon drop, and it's going to be exist. He's going to actually be buying a Scar this round and full armor, but that's going to be just about it. He's got a couple more utilities, but again, nothing much after that. Wonderchild making the opening pressure round. He's going to be taking a nade to the face, and that will take him down to about 46 HP. It looks like even they're going to be playing off of that frag going into bomb site A now, and they've definitely been knocking Ninjas in Pyjamas weak. However, Forrest gets the opening refrag. That's going to be Nako and Get Right getting some for their time. However, they are immediately taken down by Crims, and there's still one more on site, but who is it? It's Izo. I'm sorry, Get Right. Well, next round should be slightly better for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Yes, you can see that they do have, you know, somewhat of a bank built up, but just wait until the buys are finished. You can see that Freiburg has been depleted of all but 100 US dollars in his account, and that's going to be the same for Forrest, almost basically. He's down to about 200, and now it's just tough to call. I mean, Fnatic, they're on a quasi buy, but they're going to be pushing into B, just straight up rushing it. They're going to try and take it, but unfortunately Pyth makes the opening frag. Triple kill with that Scar. It's going to be Dennis Monster who comes in and actually just reverses that trend a teeny bit. Crim's going to go in on his own, but as it stands now, the rotate's already been made. And Dennis, he's going to get one first time. He's looking for the second, nearly gets it. Forced to gonna reload before he falling back, and unfortunately he's unable to land another headshot. Exist did take one to the head, but unfortunately it was not point blank, therefore he is still alive. It's going to be a tactical timeout coming in for Fnatic, and Ninjas in Pyjamas are feeling kind of dandy right now. They've, you know, 6 rounds in a row. Forp Lager? Not entirely sure, but it looks like... Oh, for Kevlar, etc. Okay. So it looks like there was some kind of a crash happening on site. We're going to take things into a short timeout, then we'll be right back. And we are back now. It looks like the technical issue on site was kind of taken care of, and we've got a reconnect coming in from Ninjas in Pyjamas. I thought for a minute we would be seeing Fnatic, you know, talking tactics with Ninjas in Pyjamas, or not talking tactics with their enemy, but talking tactics about how to take things into what is going to be now their 3rd rifle round. But it looks like that's not the case. Definitely in a very difficult position, but given that this is a round robin system, I'm not sure about what their mindset is presently playing against Ninjas in Pyjamas. If we do see another timeout, I'll check things up on Wikipedia and see just, you know, how their performance has been versus Luminosity Gaming. Did they come out on top or did they not? Because the last time I had checked before I went out to get something to eat, it was at 9-9. That's 9 points to 9 points for both sides. And it was on this map of all maps. I just couldn't remember who was on which side. Typically that would tend to be CT sided, as you can plainly see from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Meanwhile, Pyth is at 40 HP, so kind of a, I would say, a decent-ish start coming out from Fnatic, but it looks like the stack for bomb site A has been made. Everyone's kind of lurking at A1. That's going to mean Get Right, Exist, and Hit, I believe that is going to be Forest. Oh my god, behind the smoke it's gonna be Get Right, but it looks like, no. Yeah, it was him, He was just taken down. It's gonna be Exist, gonna get a double frag first time, however, he's immediately refragged along with Forrest, and that paves the way for the bomb to be planted. Now we've gotta see Crims pull himself together and get that bomb set up, hit 5, and click. There you go, buddy. And now we're gonna be seeing Freiburg coming in through Library. This looks like it could be the first round on the board that Fnatic put to their name. The real difficulty, however, is associated with the follow-up round. You know, Ninjas in Pyjamas, if they lose this map, or not map, but rather this round, that means on the 8th round, they're just not going to have enough money for a full buy. So it might be in their best interest, and indeed they're going to do it, save their weapons. Just look at the minimap, it's all there. We're going now to bomb site B. And Freiburg has an AWP. He'll be peering out towards CT soon enough. And given the sensitive-ish situation for money for Fnatic right now, I don't think they're going to be pushing that. There it is, Pyth. You know, you saw it in front of your screen just now. He spent 5,900. I imagine that would mean M4 for a teammate, then all the utilities he can afford. And this is where things kind of begin to chisel in that armor for Ninjas in Pyjamas. If we see Fnatic come out on top in this round, like, I feel as though they're almost done for. You can see just a little bit. I mean, Freiburg had to cut a corner with his FAMAS purchase to maintain utilities. He didn't want to go for an M4 with no utilities. So basically, you're going in naked then, more or less. And now it's going to be Freiburg as well as Pyth just holding bomb site B. But this is predominantly going to be a stack for bomb site A coming out from Fnatic. They're just stuck in mid and second mid right now, and it looks like we're going to be having Olofmeister in apartments. The odd man out here is Flusha. He's over on Banana. He's going to be there to try and catch the rotates coming in once they get the execute going. Because the last thing you need is, you know, the flanking rotate. There go the pop flashes. They're all pouring in. Going in towards library side, archway side. Now we are going to be seeing no rotate towards Banana coming out from the CT side just yet. Flash being tossed in. Just something to kind of tug at their attention a little bit, but Dennis does go down. And Flusha, he's kind of slowly but surely preventing that rotate, but at the same time, it looks like it's a mid to B play coming out from the T's, and they've spotted these guys on site. They've been opening fire, and that's going to be Pyth through crack with the scout. Oh, excuse me, not the scout, the Scar. And now that's the auto sniper. It's the bombs planted. Forrest and Get Right, they're just, you know, they're playing for saves right now. They just one round. This is what doing damage consecutively to the enemy team, and it looks like, wow, that was a bold move. He didn't actually want to salvage that Scar. He wanted to make it unattainable by throwing it outside of the map. Flusha did. T's are now going to go CT hunting in almost any random direction that they may choose, and that may be it. I don't think they'll be catching on to the position of Ninjas in Pyjamas just yet, but second round on the board assured now for Fnatic. And this is where we will see, there it is, the difficulty associated with purchasing. The difficulty associated with saving, really. This is kind of a slightly awkward position for Ninjas in Pyjamas right now. Slightly awkward in the aspect that, you know, they're more or less forced to have 3 guys on their team eco while 2 of them try and manage their weapons, and there's been no purchases made in the way of utilities. That means Ninjas in Pyjamas are basically going to take an absolute hammering with the utilities that we see coming from Fnatic. You're talking about a grand total of up to 20, you know, up to 20 grenades coming from our suites. I mean to say Fnatic, not, but ironically enough, I mean, Get Right, he's just in the right place at the right time, and he gets the opening frag from, I think that was apartments, yeah. Yeah. But bomb was dropped, luckily, so, I mean, it hasn't been, you know, given up, if you will. Dennis is going to be going back towards where is the real question. I think that's going to be for bomb site B. But Op is on Forest, and as it stands now, he's actually at mid, so the strong play, something that they don't know just yet, would actually be bomb site B, and not a single shot has been fired from the AWP, so they have no clue where exactly he is. They are now pouring in. Pyth does make the opening frag. Dennis Monster and Crim's gonna get the Crim's gonna make a follow-up. He's gonna get a double kill first time as well. It's now going to be from construction. It looks like Forrest and Get Right is going to be potentially going in through the front door through CT. Here we are. Forrest, he's looking for it. Scopes in, unfortunately misses that shot. Crim seals things out with a 4K. Very nicely played by the Fnatic team. The reason why I said does because I wanted to say Fnatic Sweets. I do apologize. But all across the board, Ninjas in Pyjamas, this might be one of those rounds where they buy their way back in. P90 purchase from Get Right. It takes skill to use those things, really, it does. He's got 13 kills. Show the man some respect, right? But Molotov being tossed up to Banana, and that is going to more or less just, slow things down. I wouldn't say slow things down, but really keep Get Right confined in his present position. Excuse me, Pyth. He's on sandbags now, and Fnatic's Flusha now at 20 HP. Not getting the better end of that exchange just now. Right? Looks like he's going to be backpedaling. Gonna pick up the bomb and make a play for where happened is the real question. Dennis now coming in, and question is, what now? Apartments. The play that's being made, and right now, I think JW, yeah, he just got lit, really lit, for 24 HP. There we go. They're pushing up mid, and that's going to be JW scoping through with the AWP. Blind fire going into both sides, just reflex fires, like entry fire. Pre-fire, if you will, and no one's there right now, but we do see a rotation here coming in from Pyth. He's going through smoke. He will find Dennis's head. JW, however, get the refrag, and that's going to be 2 for 2, now 3 versus 3 in this game. HP advantage going to Ninjas in Pyjamas with the firepower. Flusha says will overturn this ruling. Also positioning, we now have Freiburg trying to rotate his way in through CT spawn. 2 versus 1 at bomb site A. They're unaware, but now they know that it belongs to them. More reflex fire coming in from Flusha, and I think with the bullets, the way they landed there, they should be perfectly aware of the position of the last CT. 100 HP. It's doable. He's gonna have to. I think he's gonna have to land headshots onto our opper JW. Looks like he forces him out of an uncomfortable position. Does get fragged, and that is going to be the Molotov to get the vengeance. However, we will see salvage coming in from Flusha for the AWP. Expensive win from Fnatic, but expensive win is better than a loss, situationally speaking, when you're talking about how much money you have in the bank. Fnatic lost 6 rounds in a row, and now it looks like it's going to be Ninjas in Pyjamas eating the 30 cakes for the time being. That was a nicely placed frag grenade. I can't exactly identify who did that, but it did connect with Get Right for about 20 damage. Looked pretty nice to me. And we're gonna be seeing Olafmeister jumping at the bottom of apartments, trying to see if there's anyone that might be overextending their boundaries with close range weaponry, but I don't think we'll be seeing Get Right doing that. Flusha now waiting for the rotate from anything that may come from Banana. And this is either going to be mid to B or it's going to be just A through library side. And it looks like they're going in through the long entrance. It'll be a little bit dangerous. No rotations coming out from bomb site B just yet. So we're going to be seeing Crucial as well as Pyth just, Freiburg and Pyth just sitting cool. And Dennis Monster gonna open up with the first frag of the round. Not too bad. Fnatic's JW is going to get the second one, and now it all rests on Get Right at bomb site 8. Now it's all on Pyth as well as Freiburg. They are trying to make something happen. Can't win that duel versus Olafmeister. That is going to be Freiburg getting the headshot. JW. Boom. Taken down. Taken down. 4 players remaining on the Fnatic side is going to strengthen the economy. When you're on offense, that's more than desirable. Terrorist weapons, though cheap, though lacking in functions, do have a firepower advantage over the M4. Simple reason being is that if a shot connects with your head, almost no matter the circumstances, although perhaps with the exception being through a metal surface, you will die from it. With or without helmet. Flusha now pushing up. Blind firing through the smoke. You know, maybe in some ways I feel a little bit reluctant to accept that, but at the same time, he's a pro gamer and we shouldn't question his decision making too much. And it looks like this is going to be a push up A yet again. The more dangerous part for this, for Fnatic rather, is the very fact that this is a rifle round coming out from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Really, the only corner cutting I can see in the way of utilities coming from NIP would. That's some friendly fire, unfortunately. I mean, JW getting happy with that op, but Pyth without armor is going to be a very easy headshot to take. At least easier than normal. Yeah, now they just did a good job of actually fooling them into thinking it would be A entry. Now we have Freiburg coming back towards, he's the only one at B rather, is what I mean to say. And that's going to be a rotate coming in from Fnatic. Very nice fake entry, if you will, for the time being. But Pyth is going to make one frag first time. Olofmeister gonna get the refrag. He's immediately taken down by Exist, and that's gonna be Dennis. Dennis opening things up at B. Bombs planted by Grill, and that is going to be 3 versus 3 HP advantage in favor of NIP. They just need to make, you know, if they want 100% guaranteed kills, aim for the head. None of them can withstand a headshot in their present position. It's going to be, for the moment, Flesha in construction. Dennis going to be in crack. He's going to get 2 for his time being. It's all now on Extra Fight. He's going to get Flesha. He's looking for Dennis, but Dennis is not going to pop out until the last minute. Then it's going to be an assist from Crims to take him down. Expensive win for Fnatic. Expensive win, but a win is a win. 5 kills plus the bomb planting fee brings it to $1,800 on top of the $1,250 that they just made. Push for mid? Looks like no. Bottom of banana. And then we're going to be having Olofmeister as well as Dennis pushing towards what looks like bomb site A. Just waiting for an overextension, doesn't quite find it. I think, was that an accidental M4 purchase that he had made, or was his money just that much greater than the rest of his team? He's at 0, completely 0, empty. Zilch on that that money bar, if you will. Get Right's gonna salvage that M4. I don't really understand the logic behind that purchase coming from Pyjamas. I think it might have been a mistake. I've done that myself. Trying to purchase a flashbang, instead you buy an SMG. And you just feel like yelling, "Oh my God, what did I just do?" Pyth hopping above smoke, won't find anything. Blind fire to do that. They should be able to hear him. Yeah, that is. I mean, they should have heard the jump over the cartwheel, I think, is what I mean to say, rather. Crims does get a headshot onto Python. That's going to be, now, looks like, Freiberg's the last man standing. Only a 5-7. Any salvageable weapons? That is a good question. He may be playing for exits. If he pulls his strings right, he could get a headshot onto Crims or maybe Flesha. But Crims watching for that banana rotate. You can hear the footsteps now. Does win that duel. And it does get JW with the final bullet. He might be able to salvage an AWP if he wants it. He will. Oh my God, getting away with a triple kill. This round has turned out like, these are absolute bank-breaking wins that we see coming from Fnatic. Their profits disappear every time they lose 4 guys. Not to be too hypercritical of them. It's just, you know, these are facts. Making a win on a detonation will give you 5 times 35. And that will bring it to 3,500, right? For each player. I'm sorry. Once you multiply that by 5, you get it to 17.5k, not including the frags. When you're talking about getting away with 4 frags in the bomb plant, add 1,500 to that, and then you bring it to about 19,000 total. But when you subtract 4 guys that all need to make, you know, a $4,700 purchase each, then you're talking about 4 times, you know, 4,700. Damn. Pyth gets that opening frag, and we'll come back to that math in just a short moment. So entry now being made by Fnatic, and that straight on the Molotov and lit up in the face by Pyth. It's going to be Crims getting a double frag for his kill. One of those Vengeance. Frag thrown through smoke into CT, and now from we'll be seeing. I'm trying to just figure out who that was. I think it was Noko. He got into construction pretty early on there. Could have stopped the plant if he had blind fired in the right position, but just didn't happen. 2 versus 2 now, coming from Exist and Get Right. up against Crims and Flusha. Crims, he still has a chance for that 5K, that ace. Get right, getting one. Looks like that's going to be a refrag and an attempt at the defuse. There is a kit, so it should be enough time coming in from our NIP sniper to get this. It's going to be a tactical pause coming in, I think, but we're going to go ahead and pause this while I figure out deficits and benefits. All right, guys, so now we are back, and I actually did do a little bit of math just now. For those of you who are wondering, okay, so 4 guys, we're still alive. I'm sorry, if it cost you 4 guys on T side and they each make a full buy, then that just costed you $18,800 as a team. Then if you deduct, let me see here, if you're talking about the 4 frags and the bomb not the bomb defusal, but the bomb planting fee, then you're talking about 19,000 altogether. So overall, that last round, I think it was round 13, we saw Fnatic win. That only made a profit margin of $200 for them. Yeah, I know it sounds a little bit weak, a little bit concise, but it's something, you know, a little bit of FYI in one of those extremely unique situations. Final round of the first half, both sides going to make full buy. Already we see Get Right out of the game, and this is leaning towards bomb site A coming from Ninjas and Pyjamas thus far. Crims getting ready to turn that corner that leads to Library and Archway. But I have a feeling he's going to get more company than what he bargained for. Blind fire. Yeah. Hit nothing. JW doing more or less the same thing. Smoke going into Archway. And that is going to be a smoke onto Library as we see the T's make their entrance. JW gets that, I think, nearly no-scope frag, essentially. And now it's going to be Freiburg coming in from Library. Bomb has been planted. Flusha waiting for that rotation to come from Archway. There it is. Boom. Gets it. And that's a refrag coming in from Freiburg. Getting actually a double kill first time. 3 kills thus far. It's not too late for him to get the ace. He's going to be pushing in through. What was the lane? I think he just revealed his position to Olafmeister, but certainly jumping will give them some clue as to where he is. He's blind firing onto Olafmeister. Gonna get that one. He's now 1 frag away from a 4K. He's gonna be getting that AK. Blind firing around corners. Faking out the defuse. It's real, but unfortunately, Dennis just, I mean, he kind of shuts down that chance for a clutch for Freiburg. Carrying his weight. Nonetheless, we will see Fnatic reach an overall round score of 8 to the 7 of Ninjas in Pyjamas. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. We'll be back with the next half very shortly. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with half number 2 between Fnatic and Ninjas in Pyjamas. So, I'm thinking this is going to be fairly exciting, to say the very least. As we do have, I think it was kind of a long recess that we saw Fnatic taking to talk tactics about getting into the second half. Dennis, wait, what is this? Guys, leave. What? Someone left the game. Not sure about what that is. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see who is on. That's weird. Okay, so there's a number 11 here, but it looks like someone joined the server, and then as a result, someone had kicked the favelas. What? It looks like there was a misentry into the CS:GO server. I'm not sure if that's what resulted in Dennis Meister being taken down, but we still have a record of the frags thus far. Pyth does manage to get one more to the name of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and that's going to breed a triple kill for our entry fragger. He's going to get a quadra too. He is looking for the ace, but he might just be denied that, as we do have Olafmeister coming in from mid. I'm sure someone else is going to be watching that angle for the time being. All you need to do is stay calm and aim for the head, guys. That's what this is all about. That's what the pistol round is all about, really. Any gun can make a headshot, a single shot headshot, fatal at that, as long as you aim for the cranium on the pistol round. It's just that simple. Pyth's position has been picked up on, but he's looking for that 4K. He really is. Or really that ace. But it looks like he will not be getting that as he's going down mid, and Olafmeister, he's already at second mid. He will not survive that bomb explosion, unfortunately. And that is going to mean not a single member of Fnatic was alive at the end of the round. Fnatic now going for that, you know, this is kind of them trying to claw their way back into this round, but I'm not gonna say it's impossible, because, you know, never say never, but it's very difficult to do with only CZs. That being said, Ninjas and Pyjamas, they're not going to play this overzealously by any means. They do have 3 SMGs, 2 MAC-10s, an MP7, and 2 AK-47s to complement their utilities at this particular moment. But Fnatic, it's still on the board for them. As long as they are even alive in a map, there's still a chance that they can win. Rotate towards mid, coming in from Ninjas and Pyjamas at the moment. It's going to be Get Right. Kind of watching balcony there. Dennis Monster looking for trouble, maybe. It's going to be a frag tossed in there, but I think it missed the connection with the stairwell. So that being said, Dennis Monster will be unscathed. This is pretty obvious activity towards bomb site A. And I think it would be a good idea to get a rotation coming in from the Fnatic side of things, but Olafmeister stays put, and so too does his teammate, Crims. It's going to be Pyth making the opening frag of the round yet again. Fifth kill in a row before he is shut down, it looks like, by Dennis Monster. It's 2 for 2 in the exchange, however. That being said, it doesn't mean that it's actually a 3 versus 3 situation, as it was just now 1 versus 3, because the other 2 CTs were in the middle of rotating from Fnatic. That was the reality. Not trying to highlight a mistake or criticize the world champion Swedes. Our ESL Barcelona Invitational champions at that. He's just waiting for someone to turn that corner, but for the moment, it looks like Crims and Olafmeister, they say, okay, well, 2 of them are dead. Let's just salvage their weapons and try and get away. And to that extent, it looks like they may succeed, but it looks as though Olafmeister is going to get, I wouldn't say a little bit greedy, but there's a chance that he's going for some exit frags. Fortunately, however, there's a safe spot back here, and although they take a lot of damage, they will still live through this and be watching for anyone who might turn that corner unwantedly. Fnatic, again, in that difficult position, but, you know, with an AK-47 and a MAC-10 to work with, potentially, I mean, like, I'm not going to say it's going to, you know, be game-changing factors, but definitely positioning in combination with those weapons being accounted for together will make a big difference. This time it's going to be a 4-stack, a quad stack onto the bomb site A coming from Fnatic. They're looking for that anti-entry, and Olafmeister, he's pairing down mid with the AK-47. He wants something from this. Meanwhile, Exist on Haystack looks like he's going to be trying to attempt a jump into apartments by bomb site A. There's a rotation coming out, very preemptive one at that, I may add. But thus far, for the most part, I mean, really, Fnatic, I feel like they're reacting to nothing happening. This push coming a little bit slower, but no real decision has been taken just yet by NIP. Both sides blind firing at the corners. More so Ninjas and Pyjamas than Fnatic. Of course, they do have to push in, and you know, just pre-firing around a corner will make a big difference. More pre-fire coming down at mid. But this is very, very heavy of a stack onto bomb site B. They've just made a frag, and I feel like they're going to be playing off of that now that Dennis is out of the picture. Flusha, he says there's smoke, guys. We need to rotate. But I don't think that's going to be the call. I think what's coming in from Fnatic is they might want to hold on to those weapons, so that's why they're all at bomb site B intentionally. Entry Molotovs being made, and 26 seconds remaining. The bomb will be planted by 15 seconds, I imagine. And that just highlights how very careful Ninjas and Pyjamas are being on the terrorist side. Not so much, you know, the fact that, you know, they're afraid that someone might be around the corner, but they don't want to overdo things. This is why they look so amazing in their not solo queue, but that's a little bit odd, really. I wouldn't say they look amazing in solo queue so much as they really just okay, this is why it looks nothing like you guys solo queuing up for a game. JW, he sees a weapon. Will he try and salvage it? He can hear so many footsteps, and that's going to be him getting into a gunfight. I didn't hit 9 in time to go to JWTV, but 5 players alive still on the board, and that means Ninjas in Pyjamas have a bank builder round, really. Although, I mean, in some ways they did spend a lot of money, of course. Forrest here stuck at about 2250 left over after he makes his purchase. That's about it. Meanwhile, the first full rifle round coming in from Fnatic is... it doesn't look perfect. I mean, everyone's got armor, and I know Olafmeister, he's just got a single flashbang grenade and a FAMAS to complement his armor and his helmet. But I mean, you know, there wasn't anything else he could really have done there. Entry now being made from the apartments, and Dennis completely blind, perfectly caught out by that flashbang, but JW, he's in a lot of trouble right now. I do apologize. And that is the rotate coming in from Fnatic. It's now 4 versus 4. And that is a lot of CTs dug up into bomb site A for the time being. 3 versus 4. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, I think they might have come too far to quit. They do actually still have the bomb in a position where it can be retrieved and rotated if they feel the need. But right now they know it's coming at them. Exist gonna make that frag from second floor. That refrag rather. And it's gonna be Flusha getting his own refrag. He's gonna get a double kill for it. So coming out on top, and that's gonna be a triple kill for Flusha. Fnatic looks like they bring it back with some profit as well. The only complaint I think I have about the end of this round was really that Fnatic, if they wanted to salvage those AK-47s that were on the ground, they really just didn't have enough time to. They managed to, you know, Flusha just took things down so quickly. However, NIP does actually have a lot of money to work with in the bank, and with that being said, they had a lot of money in the bank, so they managed to make a full rebuy this round, full utilities, everything. No AWP, but weapons still in check, and they're definitely taking this as cautiously as they possibly can. They're not going to get, you know, overzealous and try and push in a territory that they can't take. But of course, this is that one complaint I guess you could say I'm kind of highlighting about the last round with Flusha making that triple kill. And, you know, I mean, putting his name on the board isn't a bad idea, really. But as a consequence of taking down the T so quickly, he is unable to afford a rifle, and that's why he's stuck with a CZ. He had to drop one for a teammate. And the only problem I have with the CZ, really, I mean, yeah, it's got rapid fire and everything, and it can be as powerful as a rifle at very, very close corners, but you know, you can't really pre-fire with it around the corner. You've only got 2 clips of ammo to work with. Anti-pop flash, and that's all that Flusha has. He says, hey guys, they smoking Arch, and that should be the entry. There it is. Forrest and Get Right gonna make the opening 2 frags into that. And Fnatic definitely not looking too terribly comfortable at this moment. I think Olaf is actually playing for saves. Crims might be doing the same thing as well. Flusha, I mean, there's not too much to save on what he's got. He might be trying to bank on a weapon steal and getting away, but that's... I do apologize, as the auto observer took us away from that. For some strange reason. I don't know why. This is a main stage game. I thought we would have 2 dedicated observers there, but I guess we don't. A bit unfortunate, to tell the truth, but Grim, he's just waiting for those entries, pre-fires, and that might have just been slightly his undoing. He's now playing for the saves on that weapon. He's gonna get 1. He's looking for that second, but unfortunately he's refragged, and Olafmeister will stay alive with an M4 in hand. Ninjas in Pyjamas take a 2-point lead. And in this particular position, I can't really say who comes out on top. Fnatic really, just looking at it and putting it in a layman's perspective with the score that they have right now, it's going to take them 7 wins, really, to get to 16 points. Meanwhile, from Ninjas in Pyjamas, they have 5 rounds left to take before they actually take this. And I mean, that's basically wiggle room that's running out. And every round seems to stretch to almost the full 2-minute span of a round. Olafmeister behind board on Car. He's gotten M4 in hands. And to make really effective use of it, he's going to have to get up close and personal with our T-sided guys. There it is. He waits for the overextension. He does get 2 headshots in a row onto Freiberg, I think. And then he gets immediately refragged by Pyth, but that's going to be, I think, about maybe all of the momentum we see coming out for Fnatic. They do have some pistols capable of one-shot kills, but Flesha, he's on a USP right now. Blind fire into smoke. Flesha can land 1 headshot before just blind firing like mad and just trying to get the hell out of dodge. But on the whole, he couldn't make any frags happen. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. He does manage to get away with an AK-47. I was about to ask. I didn't see the logic in him running away, but then Crims was basically juggling some weapons, and he found something for his teammate to salvage. So, I mean, it makes perfect sense for him to actually run away and try and stay alive right now. 2 reasons. One of them is oh so slight. One is because they want to hold on to the weapon. That's the main reason. And 2 is because you don't want to give your enemy team a free $300. That's a frag grenade. That's a P250. And in the right position, both of those can kill all 5 members of the enemy team. Extremely slow-paced match coming out from both sides, but Ninjas in Pyjamas just gradually prevailing. We could potentially see M4 purchases here, but we'd have to see kits get cut on the 3 players that would make those purchases. But it looks like instead it's going to be a drop and a full buy. A slightly uncomfortable buy coming from Fnatic. They're just lacking a little bit of utility, a slight teeny bit of it. Four stack. That's a quad stack onto bomb stack the CT side Fnatic. It feels like, maybe in some ways the mistake that's getting to them right now might be the shot calling, like the in-game leading. I don't know who is doing that right now. And I really should know who is the team captain, but this is something I don't have. Crimson Olafmeister are going to hold the fort down at Banana. Throwing an incendiary out for the time being, but nothing really connecting. And it looks like we're going to see Pyth going out. I like this move. 4 versus 4 at bomb site A. This is where things get interesting, as they say. Looks like we're going to have a push coming out from Fnatic. 1 apartment, and that's going to be Get Right. I imagine it'll be charging out on the balcony once the flashes go in. Smoke will hit Archway, but Flesha at the moment only has a scout. So, I mean, it's hard to really put my trust in that if I'm Fnatic right now. Still, he is what he is. He'll be able to land what he'll be able to hit what he hits. But oh, there it is. I mean, JW making wow, holy smokes, double kill, and Dennis gets a double kill as well. Going Forrest, but he's immediately taken down. And Dennis, he's taken down, although he does pay for 3 members of the enemy team to be taken down as well. Fnatic now at 10 points. Ninjas in Pyjamas at 12. It was predominantly an A mid stack coming out last round, but it looks as though it might be a slightly different. Oh, wait a minute. is this unanimously A coming from Ninjas in Pyjamas. This can be a little bit risky. Right now, if you're Fnatic, you've got both Dennis Meister and Flusha, excuse me, Dennis Meister, Crims and Olafmeister, excuse me, at bomb site B, and you just think to yourself, well, wait a minute, there's been no call to rotate? Oh, there it is. I mean, entry frag again. Dennis Meister paying for himself with at least one head. That's going to be getting a refrag, but he's immediately taken down to about only 8 HP. I think that was about a 10-foot headshot that was made onto him with an M4. Definitely gave him a good scar to remind, excuse me. Forrest going to get 1 to his name, and that brings us back to 3 versus 3. HP advantage in favor of Fnatic, but exists. Oh, well, sweet mother of gravy. That's going to be Flusha getting 2 with the USB. He's looking for that third. I'm sorry. Ah, jeez. Crim's going to get the salvation onto his team. Expensive win coming out from the Fnatic side, but a win is a win nonetheless. It's a lot coming up from T stairs to what I think is going to be banana. Yeah, it looks like Ninjas in Pyjamas, like they've always been veering away from bomb site B, but it looks like now it might be their best bet. But again, they're going to have to deal with the wrath of Olafmeister as well as Crims at that location. It's just 5 rifles, the only forgiving aspect of this. And it's going to be unanimous when it goes down. There goes the flash, the smoke for CT. The fire hitting on to Olafmeister, but it's just not coming together. Olafmeister getting a triple kill. He's looking for the quadra. Will get it. It looks like he's prepped for the ace, but no. He'll be taken down, and that will be Crims getting the revenge. Okay, well, Ninjas in Pyjamas now at an even 12-12 against Fnatic. Five AK-47s from NIP. Fnatic having a mixture of AK-47s, M4s, and an AWP. You know, a little bit more well-rounded coming from the FNC side. What one of them can start, the other can finish for sure. JW does see one crossing that crack and decides to rotate back to a secondary position. Smoke is now going to occupy mid, and that might deter Ninjas in Pyjamas from entering. But as I say that, they are tossing out now more smokes and more flashes. That incendiary from Flusha does not hit its mark. In fact, lands right on a smoke. Gonna throw out a frag, but it looks like, sorry about that. JW, oh my god, he's trying to play for the flank. He's unable to make even a single frag happen. Flusha gets a double kill first time. Looking for that triple. Unfortunately, it's gonna be Freiburg shutting him down. And now, it's all on Crims. He's going to be working his way up through library side. Bomb has been planted. Both T's are on site. Neither are in pit. Neither one of them. Freiburg's head immediately spotted and Crims took it down. He's watching for the rotate. I don't think he has any inkling that Pyth is actually on site. He's got to be extremely careful here. He's making noise as he moves through. He's blind firing through boxes. He's going to check the corner, and he's going to be lit up by Pyth. Expensive win for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but a win is a win, be it by an inch or by a mile. Gonna make a drop, and then potentially purchase himself another AK. Ninjas in Pyjamas at 13 points. Fnatic versus what they're facing up against right now. I mean, it's a decent buy given what they have. I mean, again, ideally you'd like to have armor and Kevlar, but it's just not something that they have. Olafmeister getting ultra lit there by, I think that was Freiburg for sure. And now he's only got 7 HP left. Exist and Get Right now looking for some kind of an entry, a ticket into bomb site A. Pyth and Freiburg are just, you know, they're also looking for their ticket into bomb site B. No deviation, no overextension coming from Fnatic, nothing of that nature. And there it is. Flash is going in, and that's a huge stack for bomb site B right now. The rotate was coming in from Terra's side, and it looks like this is happening. It's live. Pyth going in, looking for that opening frag. Blind firing onto spools. It's gonna be 1-for-1 Crims for Pyth in the trades. Gonna be having Olive falling back into construction. Only 7 HP remaining on the guy. Blind fire on the site coming from Flusha. Bomb is planted. 4 versus 4, and the clock is ticking. About 35 seconds remain for them to get that defuse. Flashbang going in. Watching for whatever may be coming up from behind them, but that's kind of a lost cause as everyone's on site. They don't know this just yet. Flusha does get a double kill. It's now going to be 3 versus 2. We're going to be seeing JW be taking down Forest, and now it's Exist who's playing from Banana. He's trying to prevent the defuse. I don't know. He's got... Oh my god, the play. The clutch play. And now it's 14-12. The moment, that I don't even know if he had a kit at that particular moment in time. Well, here we are. I mean, Exist is the hero of the round for sure for his team. Not only carrying his weight in kills, but ultimately preventing that bomb defuse is what gave his team the round. And, you know, I'm not even sure, but I think if he had fallen, maybe, just maybe, there would have been no time for a defuse. CZ, 5 and armor coming up from Fnatic. They don't want to play for overtime. Crims waiting on the other side of that smoke, right on top of, I guess you could say, pot wheel or whatever you want to call it, the cart. Heavy stack for bomb site B. Right now it's it's essentially 3 versus 1 at that location. We've got T stairs and watching the backdoor entry there, which is second mid, but gonna go ahead and take things over to entry frag TV. It's going to be Freiburg on the point. He takes 1 headshot, and that is Crims trying to be happy. That's going to be Exist getting 1 frag first time. Flusha getting the refrag with fragmentation made. A little bit of assist from Crims. Pyth does get Olafmeister, and now it's going to be Flusha going through construction. Looking for the additional 3 damage onto his target. He's only got 6 bullets remaining, so this is a very sensitive situation for one of our last CTs to have. And all those Ts are low HP, and Flusha is out of ammo. He did actually manage to pick up another CZ. It's 3 versus 2. Now or never. Very low HP players from the T side. 1 headshot will kill. AK has been salvaged, and it looks like Forest, he's kind of on the menu here. Flusha does peek him the right way. Only seconds remain. I don't think they have a kit. They've got JW with the kit. I apologize. And now he's going for the defuse, and it looks like Fnatic might just still be in this. It depends on... There it is. Yes, the defuse is made. Okay.
Counter-terrorists win.
Sweet mother of plays. Fnatic have done it. So the question, what does Ninjas in Pyjamas do at this point? Tactical pause has been made, so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Tensions are high between both sides. Ninjas in Pyjamas have 14 points to 13 of Fnatic. Ninjas in Pyjamas look like they are going to be trying to play for a win off of the next round, although they do have P250s for the time being. They are not going to be unanimously rushing one side or another just yet. They're going to be playing off of overextensions coming from Fnatic, but do bear in mind that if they don't push this round, if all 5 of them are left alive at the end of this round, then they will not make any money. So this has to be them pushing into a bomb site. There he is. And Crims is going to be tossing that flashbang up into Banana. Pyth looking for some kind of an entry. Of course, he's also making sure he checks every single corner. He'll be going ahead of his teammates. He's not really the worm on the hook so much as he is the fish that's about to bite the hook, potentially. He's just, you know, he's kind of checking every corner that he can while he's going up in that position. Now it's going to be the Molotovs tossed in. It looks like some kind of a potential fake out, as we do indeed have one T going in there, and it looks like it's going to be a unanimous rush into bomb site B. Very textbook play, but that was a rotate coming in from Flusha, and that was what they were banking for. But unfortunately, they're still not able to withstand the might of the JW. He gets a triple kill, then Dennis and Crims get one to their own. Now I imagine it would be a full buy. If not, they're playing for overtime. Only 2 rounds remain in this entire match, including this one. Unanimous rush up second mid coming from Ninjas in Pyjamas. It looks like this is going to be for A. I mean, right now, if you are Olafmeister and JW, you're thinking to yourself, okay, this is not where I want to be at this moment. I want to see that there's someone coming up T side, but there it is. All the flashes, all the utilities going in. They're running through the Molotovs. That's how much they want this round. Flusha using his T side, trying to get some frags. Not quite happening. Freiberg leading the charge, and he's going to be taken down immediately by Dennis. And now it's all on Exist. Oh my. JW again getting that triple kill. Dennis one to his name, and Flusha before he's taken down gets one. And this is definitely not a comfortable position to be in right now if you're Ninjas in Pyjamas. You were just leading this series by an unbelievable margin at one point. It was 6-0 before we saw Fnatic get 1 point on the board in the first half. And now it's all depending on this Tech 9 armor rush with full-blown utilities. Tech 9 armor play, rather, not a rush, to try and get them some picks and hopefully a win. Pyth is hit for already now 55 HP by a fragmentation grenade. It's going to be Olaf tossing out something and then rotating. I think it was a fragmentation grenade, considering he only has an incendiary left. Pyth has a Tech 9 on hand. He's gonna sort of dodge another Molotov. But for the most part, I mean, Fnatic, they're playing by time right now. They know that Ninjas in Pyjamas are in an uncomfortable position. That Molotov tossed it back there again. And everyone's stacked on top of B. It's now or never right now if you are Ninjas in Pyjamas. And they've got the weapons to make it happen. They just have to land those shots. They have to make the heads line up in their crosshairs, and they have to pull the triggers. They've only got 35 seconds remaining, and here comes the moment. We've got Get Right looking for that Molotov to go into Crack. He's gonna be discouraging Olafmeister from rotating from Crack into that location, but it looks like they're gonna be taking the long route around in, and they have already gotten 2 opening frags. Blind firing through, holy smokes, we see Olafmeister getting out of the smoke and just pulling some James Bond maneuvers. Checking Banana to make sure no one else was left there. 3 versus 4, excuse me. And this definitely looks like a round that's slated for Ninjas in Pyjamas at present. The retake has to happen. They're going to be forced into close quarters where those Tech 9s come into play. There's the one re-entry frag, and that's going to be Dennis taking it. Fuse now coming through, as well as some blind fire, but nonetheless, Fnatic gets the defuse, and that's going to give them 16 points to the 14. 3 players remaining alive, and they were unable to pull off the win. I mean, this is one of those dramatic moments right now if you're NIP. I'm not sure if they're angry or if they look at this and they kind of laugh hysterically or something like that. It's still early in the round robin format of this tournament, but holy smokes, that play, guys. I'm pretty sure some of you guys are looking at that and thinking to yourselves, what on earth was that? What did I just see? It was unbelievable. But now we're going to be taking things into a short break before we hop into our next set. So don't go away. Stay tuned.